All right, we got Coach Matt Barnes of G1 Elite. What's it like being able to coach your boys? Is that something you always wanted to do, or it just happened naturally?
No, it was something I always wanted to do. After playing 15 years in the NBA, I cut my career a little short because I was missing time with my kids, and the first thing I started doing was coaching their basketball and football team. So it's been a blast.
That's awesome. What are some of the things that you're trying to instill in them as
Uh,
far as the game?
Mental toughness and improving in baby steps. I think too often parents want their kids to be the best 10, 11, 12-year-old, and I'm preparing my kids to hit their peak at 16, 17, 18. So just understanding it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yep. Knowing that you coach them, what are some of the coaches that had the biggest impact on you in your career?
I was blessed to play with a lot of great coaches: Phil Jackson, Don Nelson, Steve Kerr, Doc Rivers, to name a few. And it was just really teaching the mental aspect. Once you get to the top, everyone can play. So, being able to stay is predicated upon how you approach the game on and off the court.
Yeah. Going back to your career, who are some of your favorite teammates?
Favorite teammates? Oh man, rest in peace. My brother Kobe, Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, Draymond Green, Steven Jackson, JJ Redick.
All right. So who's your NBA GOAT Mount Rushmore?
Is Mount
Gotta go
Rushmore
four.
four?
Yeah, gotta go four.
MJ, Kobe, LeBron, and Shaq.
That's a good list. That's a good list. So, what's the coolest thing about hosting all the smoke?
Um, Getting a chance to give our listeners a chance to know the side of some of their favorite people. I think we've created a safe space so people can come in and freely speak. So you hear stuff on our podcast that won't normally hear on other podcasts. So I pride myself on being able to make our guests feel comfortable enough to share with us.
That's awesome. So you kind of had a unique journey to the league. You weren't given anything. Would you change anything about your journey if you can go back?
No, I mean the only thing I would change was I gave up money to play on good teams, and at the end of the day, I should have just took the money. But outside of that, every jump, every dip, roller coaster, everything I've been on just kind of made me who I am during my career and how I approach life and business now. So again, nothing was ever handed to me, and I could try to instill that in my kids, and I take that into the business world as well.
All right. So, who's the best young talent in your eyes in the NBA right now?
Best young talent, man. I like John Morant, LaMelo Ball. We're talking young. Miles Bridges, um, Luca. Um, I think the NBA is in great hands. I think kids these days are much more skilled than we were coming into the league, and the ability to shoot the ball and handle the ball the way they do. It's really been fun watching these younger kids play.
All right. So, if you had to pick four other UCLA guys in their prime to play against the best five guys in the league,
Man, I would
who would that
take
be?
Baron Davis. I take Russell Westbrook. I take Kevin Love. I take Kareem, and I'll take. Should I put myself on that team?
All right. So, I asked the twins, what do you like most about coaching in the Made Hoops West segment?
The talent, and I try to teach my kids that like we're a marked team because of who I am and what I've done, and what they do. Outside of just being solid players with the podcast and everything, and it's put a target on not only their back but our team's back. And I think I'm preparing these young kids for what high school and college and hopefully beyond looks like, because every game is we're going to get the other team's best game. And we took some hard knocks, but I think right now we're probably one of the best teams in the country. We got a big key piece added a few months ago, and again, just trying to come out of this, stay injury free and continue to build good habits every game and win the championship in March.
You worried about any teams?
No, Seattle Rotaries had our number, but I think last game they beat us by 3 when we had a bunch of missed layups and free throws. So they've been our biggest kind of competition throughout Made Hoops these first, last year and this first session. So we're hoping to see them in the championship.